Talk about the role of technology in your work and how it's progressed over the course of your practice.
Well, for me, the technology is almost like the canvas, I think. You know, like other artists, they may work with clay or paint or have their own materials. So for me, the technology is really my design medium. I think the most interesting part how it develops is in software and in user interfaces, much more than maybe just the hardware itself. It's like the way that people interact with machines, and it has changed significantly over the past 5 years. I've been doing this work for about 5 years now, so yeah, it's very, very interesting, and we're trying to show this off here a little bit with the installation. It's about the interface, I think.
And this collaboration with Audi, how is it different from, say, your collaborations with the lighting company Floss or Swarovski?
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned those three names because they have, I think, more things in common rather than that makes them different. Because I've had with all the three companies a very sort of close and personal relationship with the people who commissioned me. It's almost a little bit of a surprise because you would expect it maybe with Floss because it's a smaller company. With Swarovski, because we all know that Nadia Swarovski was central to all the design work that they do, so it's almost like a one-to-one relationship. But with Audi, it's a little bit of a surprise because you would expect it to be like a really big and stiff company, when in fact the people that I've dealt with are sort of very approachable and very forward-thinking, and there isn't even a bit of bureaucracy that you have to deal with or worry about. And so I think it's more what they have in common that makes it interesting than what sets them apart.
Can you maybe talk a little about the production process of this particular piece, like where it evolved from and how it got to this final form here, and the technology that you're using, integrating?
Obviously, first there was the idea, and the idea was to have these lines going across the car, and it's something that's very easily drawn on paper or maybe even on the computer, but then to translate it into a physical design is not that easy because the scale of this, it's large, no? It's a 13-meter long piece, so we needed to find a way to express that physically, and so I chose to use polycarbonate sheets that we cut on the CNC machine, and it's made in sections, and the sections were actually almost dictated by the building. The building has 1 meter segments in the windows above, and so I wanted that to be reflected in the installation. So the building itself played part in the design process actually.
And how long did it take to complete the piece from start to finish?
It's a bit of a difficult question because it's not quite clear when the start date was. You know, we did all the computer design, the CAD design, but the actual making of it took amazingly little time, and I wish there would have been more because in the end we worked day and night to get it all together. It's always the same with these installations and all this design work. I guess it's the problem for everybody here in Milan, that in the end it's always last minute and everybody works late nights, and there's just no escaping from it. I don't know, it's our curse, I think.
Okay. And just for the future, are there any projects coming up that we should be looking out for? Or?
Yes, there are a few very interesting projects, but I'm always very reluctant to talk about them before they actually happen. I give you a few hints. There's one project that's for Rihanna. We're doing a new dress for her, and she will be wearing it at the New World Tour, but I don't want to give any details. It's very interesting, it's very innovative, and it's never been done before in clothing, what we're attempting here. So look out for that. And then there's another project which involves some Kung Fu fighters, and that's all I'm going to tell you.